Hey everyone, this is Jeff from HonestCellPhoneGuy.com bringing you guys the truth and nothing but the truth all about tech, cell phones, tablets, all the cool stuff you guys got laying around. So today I wanted to do my full review of the Sony XB50s, the headphones that I got to replace my old earbuds that kind of crapped out on me. Alright, so after trying these out for a few workouts, I'm really happy with them. They've got, of course, like anything else, they've got some really good points, some really bad points. But I'd say overall, if I had to rate them out of 10, I would give them an overall rating of 8 out of 10. Really solid. So the first thing that I want to talk about with these is the sound quality, because of course sound quality is going to be one of the main factors with headphones. You know, that's what you want to know. How do they sound? For sound, I gave these a 9 out of 10. The sound is really good quality. The bass is very solid, especially if you get it fit, really, snugly and nice in your ear. You'll get a really nice rich bass tone out of it, which is surprising for how small they are. But a lot of times when companies, they pack a lot of bass into something, they just let go of everything else, and that's not what Sony did with these. The highs on them are really crisp and clear and creates a really true and rich sound. And then there's mids. I mean, there's still mids in there. They haven't just completely bottomed them out or anything. So you get a really rich range just across the board. So for sound, again, I'd have to give them a 9 out of 10. I mean, 9 out of 10 for sound for these. Just superb quality for what you get. I mean, for a set of workout headphones in this price point. Now, the next thing that's really important to me is fit, and that was something that I was really worried about with these because, again, they don't have ear hooks. They don't have a special, sort of foam or like gel like the earbuds do. So I was a bit worried about what the quality of the fit would be, but it's actually really good. Now, when I'm in the gym, mostly what I'm doing is weightlifting. I like to lift weights a lot. And during that, for the majority of the time, I had no issues with them popping out or falling. I mean, occasionally, I'd turn and catch the cord on something and it would pull out, just, as they normally do. But nothing like them just falling out. I don't do a lot of running, but I did do a little bit over the last few days. I, ran a few miles and a couple times. And the furthest I ran was about 3 miles, and I had these in. And actually, I didn't even realize till the end of the run that they were snug. They actually did not fall out. Now, for long distance runners, if you're going to go mile after mile after mile, I'm sure you'll have to start adjusting them or something like that. But you guys know who you are, and if you're doing really long distance running, you're going to need very specialized headphones to make it that distance. Fit for me, again, was 8 out of 10. Really nice fit. I was very satisfied with it. I did have to exchange out the little ear gels. They do come with 3 different sets, and I found that the smallest ones were good for my ear. They got in there nice and snug and just held on and had a really good grip, but they do give you 3 different sizes just in case you need to play with that a little bit. One other feature of these that I really do like is the flat cable. Flat cables are really coming into, vogue if you want to call it that. But flat cabling is kind of nice. For me, the flat cables I've worked with and the few that I have tend to tangle a little bit less, so they do a little better not tangling. And then also, from what I've read, from what I've seen too, all my flat cables still work, is that the way that they're sort of wound on the interior, they're a little more durable. So that's just another cool little thing they throw in here, is that you've got a flat cable rather than the round. For people that don't know, round cables tend to bunch or twist, or as they start to warp left and right, you can get too much play in there, and then you can start to damage the cable itself. Alright, so the last thing I want to talk about, which is sort of the lackluster feature of these Sonys, is the single button, sort of little panel. I mean, it's just a little thing with a single button on it. When I first got these, I was a little curious. I was like, why would they just put a one button in there? Does it, call up Siri or, Google Now? What's its purpose? So really, that's what all it does, is it pulls up your voice command software, and then does have a microphone built in, which is nice. But for me, this was the part that suffered the most on these headphones. If you're gonna put an entire little button panel and only put one button on it, that's a little surprising to me. That seems like you put in all the effort and then you didn't put a volume control on it. Because for me, when I'm working out, I do actually adjust the volume a lot. If someone speaks to me, or if something else happens and I want to just bump the volume down, another song comes on that I don't want quite as loud as maybe another one, I like to play with it. And, obviously it's not a big deal to pull my phone out of my pocket and actually adjust it. But, it's a nice feature to have it on the actual little controller here. But they didn't put it on there. And not only did they not put one on there, they went half as far as just to put a single button one on there. So it seems like they went, 2/3 of the way with completing this little button panel to me. So with that, I do give the controller feature or the controls on it a 6 out of 10. That does lower the overall score a little bit. So overall, I can highly recommend these headphones if you're looking for something in, say, the 25 to, I know they range where you find them in deals and stuff, but I've seen them anywhere from actually probably more like 29 to 40 bucks. So about an $11 variance. If you look out for deals, you can find good deals on these. If you guys have any other questions on them, please leave a comment below. Or you can find me on my website, which is honestcellphoneguy.com. If you leave a comment below, I will get back to you as soon as I can.